at day 6. We completed all the first 5 days in the other videos, and the very last scene was us learning about the past of Asahi's past, basically, right? What happened with her family, how we kind of came to the conclusion that she's just fucking crazy, right? It's pretty much the conclusion we came to, but it's understandable considering all the circumstances that surrounded her past and her family's deaths and all that stuff. So yeah, that was where we ended things off last time, and because I'm kind of trying to clear it from my head as well, because it's been a while since I played it. But we're at day 6 now, which if you look at the left here, the left part of the screen, it seems to be the last day, because these lines seem to section off every single day. Sort of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, and this would be 6. So this is the last day of what I believe to be the prologue. Like, this is a pretty long sort of intro, right? But this is sort of the beginning part of the story so far. So yeah, we'll be finishing day 6, or starting from here actually, in Sorcery perspective. Let's go! Or this mysterious perspective again. The fuck? A Geha who made a killing recruiting outcasts for work destroyed herself with the rings. Wait, what? But after she went missing in the turmoil around them, her warning about the rings grew much more credible. A Geha discovered the truth behind these convenient rings and was erased. It didn't even take one night for that rumor to begin spreading. I was gonna say, that's not true. Well, parts of it is not true. Disasters are the same. They're only taken seriously after they happen. Only after harm has been done do people realize it's not just a drill. Suspicious of their rings, outcasts finally began to remove them. The whole lot of them began to think together about that one issue. Whether their cheap and flimsy union was just for show or not, it was inevitable that both they and the atmosphere of the whole town around them would change.
リングはドラッグの歴史と変わらない。つけた者が騙され、バカを見た分だけ利を得ている奴がいたんだ。アウトキャストを仮初めの力と自由で手なずけ、ゆっくりと副作用で駆除していく。政府の奴らも考えたもんだよ。
Who the fuck is this guy?
昔薬局に売ってただろう。害虫を殺す黒いドーム状のやつ。あれのアウトキャスト版だ。
Damn. So in his mind, he's saying the outcasts are similar to pests.
おいしいリングの匂いに誘われて、巣に持ち帰らせることで仲間も一網打尽ときたもんだ。
He's kinda. The man had rounded up a dozen or so outcasts he trusted without using a Geha's network, and started committing robberies with them. So now the outcasts are just going fucking crazy? It was survival of the fittest. They lived among all the chaos with their hatred for the current regime. Learning about the connection between the spreading of the rings and the liquefaction murders, they were enraged.
すごいよ。この方法なら大量に人員を割く必要もない。証拠も残さずのたれ死ぬから、捜査にかかる費用も民間人も犠牲にならないし、殉職者も出ない。
I'll give it that. It's certainly an efficient way to kill someone if no one even has to be present there, right? If the ring just does it itself. Holy shit.
警官一人おだぶつになっていくらかかるか知ってるか？弔慰金、保険金、遺族なんかの特別手当、全部ただ。誰も彼もが得をする。みんな幸せ。
Sure, everybody except the outcasts.
ここにいる者以外はな。
Yeah, but look at it this way, outcast. You're sacrificing yourself for the betterment of humanity. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, the man froze the ring he held up high with his magic and smashed it to pieces.
死んでいった者たちは同じ穴の無地な。弔うための力は各自備えてる。秩序と理不尽。ぶつかり合えばどちらが勝つか。その問いがはっきりする時が来たと思っている。
These outlaws, who'd always used magic for their own gain, had always wanted to be on the winning side. Their lawlessness was, for them, a point of pride after being ostracized from society, and maintaining that lawlessness unified them. That creepy fucking eye. Retribution. The hood merely whispered, standing next to their leader, but its words pierced deep into their hearts. Wait, is this guy the leader? The one that had the heavy voice? One among them sent up a cry. He was no one of note in the group, having been treated as a newcomer. Retribution. The voice continued. Retribution. 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 Voices exploded in agreement. Their cries were contagious, and a strange fever overcame them. Retribution. Is this like... Is he trying to like brainwash them with this word? Retribution, and they all unified behind this word like, yeah, we're all for retribution. Let loose. These rapids could no longer be withstood. Or withstood. Damn. They seem to be like, sort of grouping together and lashing out towards what's sort of been happening to them, right? Which kind of makes me seem that there's like kind of a big fight or a big war or something like that looming, waiting on the horizon. I didn't find a Geha in my room when I returned after the destruction of the waste warehouse. I poked my nose into her office as well, but there were no signs that she'd been there, and she wasn't at the scene of the incident either. She had disappeared. I'm not sure whether she escaped from burst or ran out of strength and got herself arrested, but if that was all it took to arrest her, she wouldn't have been in that recruiting business in the first place. She is probably keeping a low profile until the heat dies down. With its landlady gone, my apartment lost its function as a safe house. Having removed all my belongings and stored them in a locker, I was resetting my messed up internal clock out in the sun.
Asahi!
Asahi? Like the brewery? It's too early to be talking about drinking. But why are they running? Then I recognized a figure that sped past me at an incredible speed. Yep, they met each other on the very first day, remember? The promising caster who wielded extremely hot blue flames. The girl with him is probably his girlfriend. Kinda close a little bit. And I imagine they're about to miss the beginning of a movie or something, though the ghastly paleness of their faces drew my interest somewhat. There are times when it can be productive to follow a fleeting sense of curiosity, but the vital lead I have at the moment takes precedence. I ran my eyes over the note in my hand. It listed a certain someone's address. I'd wanted to get this done with last night, but as I kept getting wrapped up in trouble, I hadn't been able to. Who? The journalist? The reporter?
Fraternity.
The fraternity? Oh! The information he found on the... Right, in her office. On her computer, right? There had been a list of names in alphabetical order in a hidden folder in Mikuria's office. Then there was that Triumph warning screen.
Let not man triumph.
Let not man triumph. That phrase from the Bible Fiona often spouted. I got my answer there. You mean this could be connected to the church somehow? Yesterday, I lured Fiona and the priest out of the church with that smoke bomb, and I succeeded in finding information on their constituents in the back room. Wait, that was him? I'm trying to... Wait. Because it's been a while. There was someone with Fiona and the priest though, wasn't there? Wasn't that just Senri? Or is Senri the one that did this, that employed this smoke bomb and did it as a way to get them out of the church so he can find it? That's what it makes it sound like. But I thought he was there with them, I don't know. As I flipped through their donation records, okay, he's really making it sound like... I'll assume that that's the case then, that he employed the smoke bomb and that he wasn't with them, and he did it so that, to get them out of there, and then he would just have, then he could just do whatever he wanted in the church and look through everything. As he mentioned here, flipping through the donation records, I found a name I recalled seeing on the list I'd skimmed in Mikuria's top secret files. I had other ways of infiltrating them if the church itself was complicit in the experiments, but the reactions of Fiona and the priest were evidence of the weakness of that theory. Thinking realistically, it's more likely that some churchgoers made up the fraternity and used religious terminology as their password. Those two aren't involved in this. My destination was a compact house, about 50 square meters in size, that could be found on a small street on the opposite side of the station. If the person I'm looking for isn't there, I don't mind. I'll just destroy the security system and wait inside the house. Just be like, I've been waiting for you. Just, you know, sit on their couch. I headed into the crosswalk in front of the station. It's the busiest spot on the island, with more than 50,000 people passing through it every single day. I was so lost in the sensation of walking through the city center in the light of day, the feeling of which I'd almost forgotten, that for a moment I missed a traffic light turning green, a sign so simple a child could understand it. People suddenly overtook me, hurrying off somewhere. They sped their legs along toward their destinations, being as cogs in the clockwork of society. They walked without bumping into each other, as if at speeds they'd all agreed on beforehand. I shook my head to clear away the philosophical thoughts I found coming to me, and erase my individuality, to play my part as an extra in this scene. Yep, we're just a background actor. As I belatedly entered the crosswalk, I noticed that the assembly line of people before me had suddenly stopped. Oh! What the fuck was that? Just now. There was like did you hear that dripping sound too? I thought it sensed something strange about the crowd just now, but my concentration was instead focused on what had just struck my cheek. Rain. A droplet hit my cheek and dropped down to my lips. The goddamn weather report always lying to us.
気象庁ディスってんのか？ただの通り雨だろ。ってあれ？
What, drip. Why was there like a flash of red? I wiped away the rain from my cheek with my finger. What if it's not raining rain or water? It's raining blood. It's an odd color. Yep, it's actually red. At the very least, I've never heard of red rain before. It's actually raining red? Calm down, people, calm down! Violent screams bred unease and terror. And unease and terror bred violent screams. Holy shit, calm the fuck down, people! Unable to process the situation in this wall of pedestrians, people will get caught up in the whirl of blood and screams and all fall into mass hysteria. Holy shit, everybody, it's like a bomb just went off and everybody's like, ah! But instead just red rain, which could be blood, fell out of the sky. I mean, sure, that's pretty, I mean, isn't, I don't know shit about this, I'm completely making this up, but isn't it like one of the signs of the apocalypse or something? Right? You got like flying horsemen of the apocalypse flying through the air and red rain, I don't fucking know. Screams, but if anything like, you know, weird like that happens that normally never happens, it's kind of understandable that people start to fucking panic. Screams, wails, sobs, and roars. The crowd of over-emotional pedestrians pushed at me with the force of an avalanche. Damn. Deciding I wouldn't be able to get out of the path of their aimless movement, I concentrated on my thigh muscles and jumped back without turning around. Damn, we just jumped over the entire crowd. Thanks to my entering the crosswalk just as the light was turning red, there was no one behind me. I moved to an area with relatively fewer people to try and get a grasp on the situation. Holy shit, splish splash, splish splash, splishy splashy splat splat splat. Meat rained down on the panicked crowd as if to drive the nail into the coffin. Meat? What do you mean meat? There was no attempt to keep the body parts separated in any sort of orderly way, so it's actually just fucking body parts, blood, guts, all that shit is just falling out of the sky right now? And the crosswalk became the scene of a bizarre but certainly not artistic murder. The initial panic had already reached peak hysteria, so while the screams didn't increase in volume, the rain of meat became a signal for something else. Holy fuck, that was actually a bomb? We're under attack! It's the terrorists! They're here! Flashes erupted from every direction like they'd all arranged to go off at this point. Flames enveloped a nearby building, and a gust of wind accelerated their advance. This destruction was orchestrated by a group of mages, and the signal for their violence had just gone off. Now that the situation changed so completely, I have no time to pursue my original goal. I have no idea what secrets are lying behind this incident. But this has got to be the very beginning of the video, right? Where this group of outcasts that all took off the ring and are angry at the government, that they're basically being sacrificed for the happiness of the rest of the people. They're retaliating. They're like, fuck this shit, we're gonna kill everybody. Changing my priorities, I set about to break the deadlock of the current situation. Damn, things are heating up. Haruto's side. So, I'm guessing Asahi, but didn't we come to the, this is the weird part, right, that I still hasn't quite figured out. Like, for some reason, she does seem to be able to get accurate, like, predictions about the future that she writes. We realize that she's the one that probably writes in the diary herself, right? But where does she get this accurate information? Information from the future, right? Where does she get it from? That when she actually writes it down, it's pretty much always correct. Because now what I'm assuming is that Asahi probably wrote or read in her own diary that, like, oh shit, this shit is gonna go down today, and that's why we're running around like crazy trying to, I don't know, save maybe a certain someone from dying. We ran through the throng. Looking around, I didn't see anyone enjoying their Sunday like normal. Everyone was talking hurriedly on their phones or rushing from one place to another. Hina! Not Hina, not my little sister! I suppressed my frustration and waited for Asahi to catch up to me. In that spare moment, I thought back to why we were hurrying. Asahi and I were watching TV in the living room after sleeping in until just before noon, since it was a holiday. We were home alone, since Hina had gone to the hospital in the morning for a checkup. And then what? And I was just about to suggest going out when a dramatic news bulletin had started playing. Wait, what? I focused on the TV when Asahi called my attention to it. The screen displayed a collapsed building in the city. I could tell at a glance that something serious was happening. Oh shit, so it's not even the prediction in her diary. It was just on the fucking news.
番組の途中ですが、報道センターから緊急のニュースをお伝えします。現在、アガルタ全域でアウトキャストによる同時多発テロが起きています。確認されているだけでも10件以上、島内での施設破壊が行われており、
God damn outcasts.
現在、アガルタに駐在しているバーストを中心に鎮圧が行われていますが、規模が大きすぎるため収束が困難な状況です。島の中にいる皆さんは危険ですので家から出ないようにしてください。繰り返します。
大変だ。ヒナを助けに行かなきゃ。
ヒナちゃん。
待って、ハルト、どこへ行くの？
病院だよ。
ダメ、家から出たら危険だわ。
そんなこと言ってられないよ。
Gotta save my little sister, okay?
ハルト
！I ran off again before Asahi could catch up to me. If something happened to Hina, an indescribable unease spurred me to action. I wasn't the only one running. I almost hit several people. It was the first time in my life that it felt like all the people I saw were just in my way. Get the fuck out of my way, people! Useless pieces of shit.
Asahi.
When I turned around, I realized that I lost Asahi in the crowd. Goddamn girl, where are you? Gotta walk faster with those legs. As soon as the realization hit me, I admonished myself for my lack of composure. What should I do? Should I look for her? When I cooled my head as best as I could, the answer I came up with was to continue on to the hospital. She knows where we're going, right? I guess. Although Asahi is probably closer to us, so going to find her now probably wouldn't take that long. But if you think that every second matters, I would rush to the hospital too. We were headed for the same place. Meeting up at the hospital would be better than searching blindly for her. I couldn't deny the fact that my worry for Hina had contributed to my decision too, but believing it was still the best decision, or best idea, I ran off again.
Hina! いたら返事して!
My shouts echoed futilely through the deserted hospital lobby. Usually this place was bustling with outpatients, but not a single soul was here today. That's a bit freaky. An empty hospital? I hadn't seen anyone, let alone Hina, ever since I'd entered the hospital grounds.
Hina, どこにいるんだ?
What the fuck are we gonna do? The most likely explanation I came up with was that everyone in the hospital had been evacuated somewhere. Normally, it would be vital for treating the injured, but if it was targeted by outcasts, they'd have to abandon it. I couldn't imagine Burst will allow them to be attacked, so they must have gotten everyone to evacuate somewhere. Even so, I don't think I'll be relieved until I see that she's safe with my own eyes. Wait, Fiona was that, right? I recognize that shoulder from anywhere, okay? When I stepped forward to begin checking the rest of the hospital for people, I caught sight of a shadow farther in. It was someone I recognized.
Fiona-san?
Here we go. But why is she here? Did she not get out in time? I have to help her. Then... What the fuck? There's the war cry of a crazy person. My attention was pulled toward the origin of the shrill cry. The man that had appeared down the hallway was clearly attacking Fiona-san, since a magic circle was forming before him. Fiona, no! Pew pew! Oh yeah, my blue flames! I shot a fireball at the man as he lunged. With the impact, there was an explosion, and the man's body was slammed against the wall. I kept my guard up for a moment, but the man showed no signs of getting back up. Don't worry, Fiona. I'm here to save you. Again, like I did the first day, huh? Remember? I ran over to Fiona-san, who was paralyzed, looking down at the man.
Fiona-san はどうしてここに? 病院にいた人?
いえ、私も今来たばかりですから。
Oh shit, wait, what did you say? Do you know where everyone else went? Yeah, everybody else in the hospital.
そうですか。ここは危ないから外に出ましょう。
There could be more outcasts lurking inside the hospital. I kept my guard up so that they didn't take us by surprise.
でもよかった。フィオナさんに怪我がなくて。
ええ、助かりました。
Did I? I'm still a little bit iffy, right, about Fiona. Like, I think she's good, but at the same time, there was a little bit freaky or something weird about her that one time when the very first time when we find a liquefied corpse with Senri.
本当に。
And now she's acting a little weird too, right? What? Wait, this is not Fiona, right? What? A sense of invasion I'd never felt before pierced through me from the back of my chest. What the fuck? What? The object protruding from my chest through my clothes was dripping with red liquid. This is even worse, like holy, we got backstabbed, right? We literally got backstabbed, but the fucking, what is it, sword? It's just protruding all the way through our fucking chest, right? That we see it. It's like the whole fucking blade is like in our whole vision right now. If we just look down, we see it going through our entire fucking chest. Holy fuck. What the fuck? Who did this? It was Fiona, what the fuck? Really? What the fuck? Something vile rose up my throat. My breakfast, maybe? Fuck my bacon. I don't think I ate any tomatoes this morning, though. What the shit, woman? Why? When I finally recovered the senses that had gone numb from shock, I realized the fatal situation that my body was in. What? This doesn't make any sense. My heart was working as hard as it could. Maybe that's why the blood was pumping out of my chest. It showed no signs of slowing. Gosh, all the blood just comes pouring out. Unbearable pain erupted from my chest all the way up to my shoulder. The blade had split me up to my collarbone. What? Losing its support, my body collapsed to the linoleum like a marionette with its strings cut. I could see Fiona-san's feet and another pair approaching from a distance. There was no way I could see who it was when my eyes were barely managing to continue functioning. It can't be the priest, right? What? I still have work to do? But she said, or the other person running said like there was no need to go that far. After the voice, I thought I could recall hearing somewhere before. My consciousness shut down, but who was it though? What the fuck? What the fuck is happening? Holy shit. He just fucking pushes them out of the way. All the people are going crazy, hysteric, like, ah, there's blood coming out of the sky. He's like, get out of my way. Bitch, please move. I shoved the woman who was about to be sniped with magic, forcefully removing her from the firing path. Oh, he actually saved her life. Those running around in a panic without even thinking about escaping are perfect targets. Lying on the ground and hoping they mistake you for a corpse is safer. That's what I would do. That's definitely what I would do. If there's like fucking a crazy person on the loose, I would just pretend to be like, to lie near another corpse and just pretend to be dead myself. That's what I would do. That's my survival technique. And there were heaps of corpses on the ground in front of the station. I didn't need to listen to the news reports to tell that this was a large-scale premeditated attack. In a wide open space like this, where the only cover is the trees and lampposts by the roadside, civilians were being picked off with magic like this was a fucking game. Is it the fucking purge starting or something? Moving through the panicking pedestrians, however, could provide cover of sorts. Hey, isn't this the principal? I could hear the guy with the eye patch, right? I could hear the screams of a crowd from one direction. Looks like someone's taken the initiative to direct everyone to safety. He wasn't using a megaphone or even shouting. His voice was just that fucking loud. He spoke in persuasive tones that weren't drowned out among the noise. His voice carried powerfully and reliably above everything else, reassuring people. Good, this is exactly what people need in state of emergency, right? They need someone to take charge and lead them. He understands group psychology. He's probably been trained to evacuate people during emergencies. After all, if he hadn't, he wouldn't be able to perform such textbook guidance. Now that I look closer, I've seen his face at the church. Must be a visitor of theirs. Maybe he's involved. Oh, was that the guy? That may have been the guy that was with the church with them, with Fiona and the priest. The moment of the smoke bomb. Maybe he's involved in this incident, but I don't have any time to worry about that right now. As the man led people to safety, the crowds thinned and I couldn't take advantage of them to move stealthily anymore. And that was my only chance to accomplish something. Yeah, see, retribution. Fucking retribution. Haha! Fucking motherfucker. A hit to the solar plexus, hell yeah. When he bent over to spew out his gastric juices, his mouth opened. I hooked 3 fingers into his mouth and brought him to the ground. What the fuck? You put 3 fingers into his mouth? Holy shit! Oh. What the fuck? Did he stab him with the pistol? Cause that was like a stabbing sound. I held his mouth open and stuck my gun into it. Holy shit! He's just like, he opened his mouth forcefully with the 3 fingers, stuck the gun in there, and like, boom! He just shot him inside of his body. Holy fuck! The bullet traveled through his fucking, what's it called? It's not just a throat, but you know the whole fucking thingy that goes from your mouth to, whatever, you know what the fuck I'm talking about. It's traveling through his entire body, and it'll exit through his fucking asshole. I don't have the compassion or the skill of a dentist to play nice with him, so I'm sure a few of his teeth broke.
4人目だ。騒動の中で3人殺した。あんたはよく耐えてくれた。おかげで話が聞ける。
I'd say it's kind of hard to answer questions with 3 fingers in the mouth, plus a gun in there too. In truth, I haven't killed anyone. I scared him with the random lies to get him to shut up for a moment. I needed him to taste the metal of my gun just long enough that he didn't get too excited, and didn't regain too much calm either. It's to show dominance, it's to show that we're the motherfucker in control.
質問に答えろ。
I think that's a yes, I'm not sure. It's just like... He nodded, and his eyes moved diagonally up, deciding what that meant. I pulled the gun out of his mouth. What the fuck? More stabbing noises. I turned and shot twice, opening up 2 holes in the legs of the guy creeping up behind me. Blood and flesh burst from the wounds. I killed the recoil with my left heel and stepped forward with my right foot. Why does like the shots sound like fucking stabbing noises? Those sounded more like bullets. He leaned forward to protect his legs, as I thought he would, letting me land a roundhouse kick in his chest as it lowered. Boom! I cracked his breastbone, holy shit, before he could let shock dull the pain. With that, he groaned, his head snapping back. At this timing, if I go for his throat with the butt of my gun, I stop myself there.
唾液まみれの銃で殴るのはナンセンスか。
Let me clean it off first. Let me polish it with your spit. I'm not going to make my own pile of corpses just to get one man to talk. People don't yield from pain, they yield from fear. It's why other people's injuries seem more painful than your own experiences. Is that actually true? That might actually be true. Now that I'm thinking about it, that seems more true. That seems more likely.
待たせたな。で、何が目的なんだったか。
Cause like, I'm trying to think of it, right? But like, seeing, like, for example, like, the thing that I hate is like getting a shot, right? Or injections, needles, all that shit. I don't like it. I don't like the idea of it. And if I sometimes, like, when I go to the Philippines, right, you need sort of injections because like multiple diseases, blah blah that shit, right? And like when I'm seeing my mom or my dad, my sister get like the shots, I just like, I get so uncomfortable. I don't like it. It's like, oh shit, you see the needle fucking disappear into the arm. But like when it happens to myself and I don't pay much attention to it, it doesn't even hurt that much. You just feel it, right? But it doesn't hurt that much. So I guess this, I mean, as anecdotal, it's just one example, but still, it could definitely be true, I guess. I question him as if asking, do you want to meet the same fate?
報復だ。俺たちアウトキャストを認めない社会への報復だよ。
Led by the Hood, or at least, the Hood is one of the leader figures, right? I don't know if the Hood is like the exact leader, or if the man that talked in the very beginning is the leader, but he's definitely up there in terms of ranking.
虐げられた者の下克上。今更だな。知りたいのはきっかけだ。
お前に言ってわかるかよ。リングの流行を仕組んだのは政府。先にやったのはあっちなんだよ。
The scale's too big for an uprising instigated only yesterday, though. Someone's definitely behind this. The fact that Burst hasn't rushed here yet is probably because there were several other attacks occurring simultaneously, occupying their forces elsewhere. They dress it up as retribution, but it's just terrorism. The real target is probably the government district. I'm not sure how much this random mook's gonna know if I ask him, but...
首謀者は誰だ？どこにいる？
Hudo?
だからお前に言ったってわかるわけないだろ
Fucking tell me. Wait, who's this? It was like a car. Then went like deja vu. My questions were cut short by the arrival of a police vehicle. Thanks to that man leading the evacuation, the only people left at the scene were those who died, failing to escape. Wait, are you talking to me? I'm the good guy here, kinda. Out of the frying pan, into the fire. The burst squad surrounding the station in every direction didn't intend to let even a single rat slip through their formation.
そこのお前、止まりなさい
Judging me to be suspicious for remaining on the scene, they called out a warning with their guards up. It's not the sort of situation where I'll be able to persuade them to let me go, and if they look into my background, they'll treat me the same as any other outcast. Because we kinda are. Assuming me to be part of the little gathering of the perpetrators, yeah, we're different, but we are an outcast. They fired a tear gas bomb at me, ha! Ha! I have no emotions, I won't cry over that shit. It was a small mercy they weren't firing horizontally, but I probably couldn't predict the trajectory of the bomb either way. Hinder them? I stuck my arm out and created a wall of wind. The bomb's trajectory changed and it flew past me. Damn. He fucking guided that tear gas bomb somewhere else with the wind? Damn, a wall of ice? Holy shit. I created an iceberg. It's not even a wall of ice, it's a fucking iceberg. So big the fucking Titanic crashed in it again. I created an iceberg out of all the ice and snow that had been shot onto the road, which rose up under one of the armored cars Burst is so proud of, and it toppled and, well, pardon the pun, burst. Bursted. After going belly up and spewing fireworks, the car became a sort of barricade for the outcast side. I didn't intend to back them up, but in trying to create an opportunity to escape, I guess that's what I did. Holy shit, just madness, craziness everywhere. The outcasts displayed a will to fight to the bitter end, and used every bit of their magic aptitude to do so. Having just cause now that they'd ignored their warnings, Burst began to suppress them in earnest. It was as though the conflict, holy shit, this sound. Damn, it really sounds like a fucking war. Remember when I said it was like looming? I didn't think it was happening so soon, but like goddamn, the next moment it just fucking, damn, boom, everywhere. It was as though the conflict had accelerated into a war zone. I stepped away from the heat of the clash, putting the overturned car to my back. I felt the exchange of magic and bullets acutely through my skin. What the fuck? What kind of gun was that? Like, pew! It's like fucking Star Trek noises. There weren't too many combatants, but it would be dangerous if either of them fired on me, and in these close quarters between professional combatants, I had to worry about stray bullets as well. I can't hope to acquire any new information by staying here any longer. I should find an opportunity to slip away and figure out what's going on all across town. What the fuck, Thunder? This is fucking insane, the noises, holy shit, can we chill for a second? I felt the tremors of the battle. Things had heated up to a boiling point, and there were already serious numbers of casualties. I couldn't call this a safe zone anymore, no, fuck. But leaping out into a magical free-for-all was complete suicide. What? Why does it look like time just stopped suddenly? The gunfire stopped all at once, like someone had pressed the pause button. It happened suddenly with no lingering echoes, as if sound had just been plucked from the world. What the fuck? It was a very strange feeling, like time had stopped, or like I alone had wandered into a separate world. No, it wasn't just my senses. It really happened. That's right, something that couldn't possibly happen. Happened. The conflict ended when both sides were wiped out at once. But it wasn't either side that had brought about that end. The two armored cars had rammed into each other and were spewing black smoke. A single blow had turned everything to dust as if it was a judgment from God himself. He smited every single person here. They were like, "You're all committing a sin." And he blew them all up. The mountains of corpses were now joined by lakes. It wasn't a metaphor. They were literal lakes of liquefied corpses that had once been wearing rings. Holy shit, all of them just turned into... They just like pew, liquefied, right? They're dead, boom. The power, that's the fuck... Holy shitty shit. If anyone was left alive, they were unconscious in critical condition. And in the middle of this tragedy, there was a single figure left standing alone. It's the Hood. Did he do that? Or what? No, but he's on the back. What? The one left alive in his hellish graveyard was the one who had created it. A cold-blooded beast who coolly viewed people as nothing more than insects. The monster, holy shit, look at his fucking face. Looked my way. I mean, it's probably a mask. As if seeking out its next victim.
自意識過剰と笑ってもいい。この状況は陽動作戦と並行した俺へのお膳立てか。
Thanks for answering my question.
やることやって嘲笑うように舞台から去るあんたが今日だけは逃げずにいる。いよいよ俺が邪魔になって直接消しに来た。つまりは手を伸ばせば届く距離に正解があるんだろう。あるいはこっちは最悪の想定になるが余興という線。俺は一歩届かずあんたらは目的を達成し遊び半分に顔を見せに来た。
I hope it's not that one. Under that low hood, it was smiling. How can you tell? It's a fucking mask, right? It's like the fucking Tokyo Ghoul. Was it Tokyo Ghoul? I think it's Tokyo Ghoul, right? Yeah, that anime thing. Whenever I see like a mask like that just has like the teeth or like some sort of smiling thing on it, I immediately think of that. I didn't need to see it to tell. It was smiling.
いい加減正体を表したらどうだ。あんたもそのつもりなんだろ。
The Hood put a hand on his eponymous garment and swiftly flung it away. He's actually showing off his identity? It had lost its defining characteristic, but I didn't hesitate over what to call it. I knew the name of the face that had been revealed to me. Who is it? What? The fuck? No! It's the trap! Are you fucking kidding me? It's Ruru!
ここから先は桃色肌色な世界ですよ。ルーだけ脱ぐなんて不公平だと思います。
What the fuck? Rue?
あんただったか。
驚かないところが素敵ですよ。
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I sort of got a yandere vibe from her a little bit, right? I mean, it's easy to say it in hindsight now, of course, but like, this doesn't even surprise me in this. Well, not in this. It does surprise me, but like, a part of me maybe subconsciously always knew. I don't know, but holy fuck, it was her.
女だってのは分かった。地球外生命体なら予想を大きく上回ったんだがな。
そうそう。人か人族、れっきとした人類の一員です。付け加えるなら。 鎖でつなぎ止めておくべき獰猛な肉食系女子ってことくらいですか?
A real man-eater? What the fuck? I hope you're not hungry right now, cause I don't want to be eaten by you.
ルーは歩く悪夢、神の失敗作、純粋無垢な狂気、危険極まりない異端。それらすべてに自覚があります。
At least she's aware of it herself, right? At least she knows.
ない方がおかしいでしょ。ルーは自覚して染まっているんです。真理ならわかるはずですよ。
Yeah, there's a lot of self-awareness there. I realize that I'm pure fucking evil. I realize that.
だって君はルーにすごく似てる。匂いでわかるの。
Whoa! What are you saying? I'm similar to you.
怪物と同列に扱われても困る。
Yeah, no thank you.
怪物ってほどじゃないですよ。 二人がかりで人気のない路地に連れ込まれれば一人で逃げることもできないんです。
Oh, now we know. Remember the first time we met her, right? When two dudes were trying to rape her. So she obviously could have just handled them alone, fine, easily.
連れ込んだの間違いだろ。
She was luring them, huh?
アウトキャストが飛びつく追加機能でリングの流行を操作していたのは計画に必要なデータ収集だろ。
計画？何のことかさっぱり。
フラタニティという集団が大規模な実験を行うことは突き止めた。停電はその予兆か何かか。
I mean, the blackouts were very suspicious indeed. I think it's pretty safe to say that it has something to do with what's going on right now, to some extent.
あんたもその一員か、あるいはそれすらも利用しているだけか。
何もかもお見通しなんですね。でも連れ込まれたのは本当ですよ。ちょっと試したかったんですよ。夢も希望もない連中に寄ってたかって凌辱されて使い捨ての雑巾のように捨てられるのってどんな感覚なのかなって。
理解できないな。
そう？ルーは千里のこと理解できてますよ。銃の扱いや軍隊格闘術を基礎とした動き。7年前の旅客機トライアンフ A2X の事故。
The what now?
イカロスの末路が招いた魔法不信で急増した潜在的テロ犯に対抗すべく作られた CTRP。
None of those terms mean anything to me, woman. I cut her off with a gesture, and Rue obediently fell silent.
偵察、破壊工作、要人警護のスペシャリストでもある。説明は不要だ。
では、とある暴動の鎮圧中に消息が途絶えた隊員がいたことは知ってますか？
さあな。理由があって歓楽街にでも潜伏してるんだろ。
潜伏先の部屋も先日の事件で戻れなくなっちゃったみたいですけどね。
あんた政府の人間か？
ルーたちは少数精鋭、何者にも属さないローンウルフ。個人情報の一つや二つ集めることなんてあくびが出るほど簡単です。
So she acts alone? I mean, she says she's a lone wolf, but she's saying part of an elite few, meaning there's similar people like her, but they all act themselves, like they're all lone wolves.
例えば、その隊員が消えちゃったら、彼を実験していた政府の管理責任者は責任重大。辞職するしかないですよね。官僚クラスの方がいきなり底辺仕事とか精神病むじゃないですか。プライドはズタズタ、復帰のめどは立ちません。で、狂った矢先、彼を連れ戻せば元の地位に戻れるんだとか勘違いしちゃったりするわけで。
God damn it. How can something that looks so deceptively cute and that like that sound too be such a fucking crazy fucking murderer?
最近視線を感じたり部屋を荒らされたりとかされなかったですか？そういう短絡的な卑怯者って許せないんですよね。
Oh, I noticed. Now it was Shrew who had been ringing my doorbell, and I must have stopped sensing those stares on the day when Rue ended him.
適当にいじめて知ってることを吐かせたか。
ついでに神罰も与えておきましたよ。
Divine punishment. I'm sorry, Rue. I don't think there's anything that you do that is divine, okay? I'm sorry.
で、
キュウリとかシャープペンシルの芯とか細長くってすぐ折れるじゃないですか。
I mean, I don't know. Cucumbers are pretty thick compared to a pencil, I'd say.
人もあんな感じなんですよね。心も体も脆くて脆くてどうにもおもちゃとしては不合格なんですよね。
I mean, I wouldn't say that it's good to use people as toys, no?
ルー、お互いがどういう人物なのか確認は済んだ。不毛な前置きはこのくらいでいいだろう。根掘り葉掘り調べた俺の過去も これだけ狂ってますよという自己アピールも興味ないんだ。
ルーはこんなに頑張ってゴミくずを掃除したのに怒られるんですか？
Cleaning up this trash? I mean, if she looks at the fucking outcasts as trash, right? Then I guess she kind of cleaned them all up. Literally, but like, well, she made a bigger mess of it as well by killing them all, but...
怒る？
I looked around. The hellscape hadn't changed. Over 30 people had lost their lives to this woman's scheme. It was probably either a diversion from what they were really after, or there was some secondary benefit they gained from Bursta's attempt to suppress this riot. It was hard to imagine a fellow human being was behind all this. Rue was aware of that and still did. That's why she asked me if I was feeling angry at all.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. I didn't like him anyway. Everything before me was the unshakable truth. Getting angry over things that are over and done with is no help to anyone. People can't come back to life. That's an eternal, unshakable truth. And what's gonna happen to Haruto? I mean, he got pierced from behind, right? Like, if it didn't hit his heart, which it didn't seem like, because it hit him like in the middle of the chest, Haruto might still be... I don't know how you'd stay alive though. I don't know how you'd fucking survive a fucking sword pierced all the way through your fucking chest like that though. But, I mean, it could hit a lung as well. I'm thinking like, obviously the thing, right? When it comes to dying from shit like that is either if you hit a vital organ, which... I don't know if they're not the heart for sure, I think. Maybe a lung. If they react fast enough, then maybe they can save him. But I don't know. I don't know. His life, he could die too. But that'd be kind of weird because he's the secondary protagonist, right? The people who have lost their lives will never smile again.
何の感想も抱かないと言っている。
My interest lies solely in their ringleader. I'm after the full story and who was behind it. Whether it's a second ago or a year ago, the past is the past. I'm not interested in history. It's left no impression on me.
千里は特別な人です。たとえ不干渉の変態さんでも、ルーの危機を何度も救ってくれた大切な恩人に変わりはないです。
That freaking dress.
ルーなりにいっぱい悩んだんですが、やっぱり千里を感動させられるクリスマスプレゼントはこれしかないかなって。
Christmas present? I didn't ask for this shit!
だったらさっさと渡しな。そいつを受け取った瞬間、俺はお返しに。あんたから楽
しみ。じゃあ渡しちゃいますね。
Are we gonna fight Rue? It didn't take long for me to recognize the ominous chopping noises as wings in flight.
ちょっと大きいんですけど。
What? A helicopter? What the fuck? That's a fucking... Holy shit, did you see how fucking geared it is with like fucking missiles and what the fuck? Holy shit, woman! The black silhouette appearing from the sky hid by the nearby buildings. It was the king of the battlefield that had maintained its prominence in war even after the introduction of magic technology.
喜んでくれるといいな。
Are you saying that's for me? Is that my Christmas present? Thank you! Equipped with the durability, agility, and destructive force to survive harsh military environments, this ground attack specialist descended upon me.